So let's continue to talk about this just pearly things real quick. While I'm walking, as you heard in the last video, I'm outside. Had to go do a little errands, which I don't feel like doing because I really want to go back and play Resident Evil 4 remake. I got Resident Evil 4 remake, and I got Resident Evil 2 remake, and I got Resident Evil Village. Yesterday, that shit was hard to get digitally. Physical. I literally had to go to like 5 or 6 different GameStops all across Philly just to go get that one copy, and I didn't even get the damn good case. I got the bad one, but my Resident Evil Village case is solid. It's dirty a little bit. I had to clean it off, but that's when you play the game when you get used games. I'm not all for getting new games, but my whole PlayStation catalog, most of my games on PlayStation has been brand spanking new. But I started transferring to digital back in 2020, and I think digital is more reliable than physical because, well, ever since the 2020 looting and rioting, it seemed like, GameStop and certain stores, they hold a particular set of stock, and then they let it run out, and then they order it again. They don't put too much stuff in their stores like that because they scared that people gonna loot and riot. So, back to the just pearly things, right? The just pearly things exposed. Don't y'all remember the guy, Tony Maceo, who ended up with Nicole Michelle? The guy that was talking about black men should get themselves together and all this stuff and be bosses and all this other stuff. And then it was exposed that he was somebody else or something else. That's kind of like what Jason Black is. Telling black men what to do, but they don't do the shit themselves. Basically, Jason Black, everybody gonna talk about this just pearly things because it's new content. Like I said before, what happens after the just pearly things stop? Like I said before, why do you think that a lot of dudes fall for an average chick like this? Why? Because I can tell you right now, my ex, who's Japanese, looks better than her. And that was me at 18, 19, 20. So it's funny that some of these dudes' morale is so low that they'll let just pearly things, run amok on them. But what I know is that the black society made men this desperate to be loved or actually be told what they want because none of them ever got compliments in real life. MOT can tell you. I can't really tell to my own so-called success. But once you have peace in your life, you don't want to wreck it for nothing. So you're going to spend a lot of time alone. And it is what it is. I told y'all about my friend, and I told y'all about the guy, the kid that I wanted to take under my wing, who was like 19, 20. And he was the younger brother of my best friend. And I tried to do it with his middle brother. And they both burnt the shit out of me. At that time, I knew that I couldn't be around people because they put a lot of stress on me by being around the wrong type of people trying to support them. The best time I ever had, all of my best moments, was me by myself. Because I don't want nobody to bring no bullshit around me. And I don't want them to bring their bullshit to me and their baggage. So I won't tolerate that shit. So a lot of people think that that's antisocial. And that's when I knew entirely that being somebody who wants your peace and don't want nobody baggage on you, show me if I'm being called antisocial because I'm telling people that I don't want them to talk my fucking ear off for hours and hours and hours because I got other shit to do. I'm not your therapist. I'm being called antisocial. Or because I don't pay for everything, because you call yourself my friend, even though we have our individual money, I'm supposed to be, I'm greedy, or I'm cheap. So in order to stop doing that, I can't be around these people. And that's from like good people and bad people. Now, people from, that's black people. Some white people, they like that. Some Latinos are like that. Latinos are like that. Some Asians, small percent of Asians are like that. But they're calm, cool, and collective. You don't have to hang out. You don't have to hang out with them. I got a friend, my one best friend that's left. Me and him never talk. We ain't talk. We don't talk on the phone. We don't we don't hit each other up on social media. But I bet you if I call him, find out his number, he'll come right to me, help me out what I want, talk, and then say, hey, if you want to talk, blah blah blah, we'll do the same thing 3 more years later. He's still considered my best friend. He's still considered the number one dude that I can go to, just like him. He go to him. He don't need me. If he needed me, he'll probably call me. Just like he said it. I can always reach you. And I can find you on social media. You still got this. I said, yeah. And basically, and if I need him, he told me to hit him up. I don't need him. And we cool. Also, we don't need each other's emotional support because we both got our lives. I like my alone time, and he like his time with his family or whoever. We're not invading each other's space because we already spent all our teen years hanging out with each other every fucking day. So ain't no way that's gonna disintegrate. But the one person that was between that was the so-called friend that I exposed y'all to. But one thing I learned about black society is that they need you to have the lowest morale possible so they can get inside your head or get you to believe in something that you're not, or believe in some family bullshit or community bullshit, because they gotta do that to you. Just Pearly Things gave men what they wanted in a woman, because a lot of these motherfuckers worship white people. The women, the black women wouldn't go near her because the fact is she got white people power. She got white people power. The fact is that black men left. Concrete Rose and what's her name? I forgot the other chick names. The woman's perspective. They said a lot of crazy shit. Guess what happens? They burned their bridges with black men. They bought that channel from Ramil, and that shit went right down when they opened their fucking mouth on that channel. Then you had Jessica X. Then you had Danica Marie. Then you had Melanie King, Pink Book, and all these different people. I don't believe none of these chicks are on their side. There's this Latino chick who got all this tattoos on her face. No, she got all these tattoos, and you want me to believe that you speak for men? Get the fuck out of here, man. There was this girl on Fresh and Fit that I wish that was actually on Red Pill's side. Even I might be fooled by her. Let's go to that video right now from that chick on Fresh and Fit.
Nice girl on Fresh and Fit.
Alright, the next question is winning. Does anyone remember the question directly?
Yeah, it was what defines women winning versus and what defines men winning. So we could go ahead and take it from here and work this way. So what is winning for a woman and versus what is winning for a man?
Basically, like in life.
Yeah.
How can she be winning? What does that mean? you think for a woman.
And I guess that might be different for every woman in general, but
I mean, career, kids, life, traveling. What makes a woman win?
no girls that are like want to wait or whatever, but like the guys are like, because here's the thing.
Know each other like that. I know statistically it will make for the best outcomes in marriage, but it's not a requirement.
You can imagine trying to figure shit out. Oh shit, where's the hole? That'd be fun.
Now you see that girl, the girl that just talked right there. Why can't we have a girl like that rocking the red pill, MGTOW, anything else for men? She's real feminine. She's not trying to act like she better than. And you can tell that her energy, even if she hiding something dark, she's more believable than a Just Pearly, Ramen Soldier, whatever her name is, who got all these tattoos. What's up with all these females after Kevin Samuels died, thinking that they can take his place and failing because they can't stand. A lot of these chicks can't stand pretending like they are somebody different than they are. I mean, Femcell, after her rival videos, 6 months later, she don't like the red pill. Half of these chicks who talk shit about the red pill now pretending like they, oh my God, I don't like the red pill. These guys are crazy. But you was just using the talking points about years ago. This is what I said about a whole bunch of men in this space as well too. They want to speak for SYSBM and end up being the guys that SYSBM talk about. Then you got guys who pretend like they're traveling in order to, because it got popular. Now, why can't we have somebody like this in the space to garner a, what's it called? Like, I would believe her. I like good actors. I'm a good purveyor of like watching TV shows and movies. I would rather have somebody like this rocking the red pill than all these fake ass people, because you can see it right away. It's funny that the best looking women are not trying to act like they red pill. This is why I kind of laughed at the whole Jessica X bullshit, because she talked about how she didn't want to show her face because people would try to find her. And she's over in the fucking UK. Then Just Pearly Things did the same shit that Jessica X did, and nobody's trying to stalk her or go after her. This is why I told y'all that Jessica X was full of shit the first time I saw her in the chats and stuff. But y'all niggas decided to die on that hill. This is why half of the people that used to comment on my thing, they knew they fucked up, including your boy Jerome Whiteside, who ended up turning on the whole damn space because one girl hurt his feelings. Oh, Jessica X hurt my feelings. She turned me down, man. And started going after the space. And then started talking shit about the space. And guess what? That shit ran out because people didn't believe him no more. Because all he did was roast people and threaten people. Like I said before, you can't keep that threatening shit going on. Because then somebody really is going to see you. It might not be me, it might not be somebody else, but somebody going to come and see you. And they're just going to wait until you cool down. Like I said before, what's that dude named? Thorwald Columbia. I could easily run up on that dude in real life. All I got to do is find his information from what he said to me in 2020. Find his information and then get him. You know why? Because he forgot about it. Same thing with all the other chat warriors that had beef with me. I still remember. Got a great memory. But why the hell would I throw away my life for internet shit? But guess what? There's other people that's illogical. And they might do that. I ain't doing that. So,
But he said, would you prefer that though? Not statistically, just yourself. I mean, I think it would be really beautiful to have with my future husband, for us to only know each other like that. But I mean, it's okay to want that, girl. It's okay.
Is it in yet?
Yeah, I think she's living in reality though. She wants it, but it's like, all right, it's probably more than likely not going to happen. And luckily for you as a woman, men don't, I guess, suffer from the same debilitations from a high body count that women do. Like when a woman has a higher body count, the rates of divorce go up significantly. But if a guy has a higher body count, obviously there is a point where it starts to fuck with them too as far as divorce.
Yeah.
But, you know, the number is much higher. It's much harder. Men rarely initiate divorce in the first place.
So Just Pearly Things filled in the market where a whole bunch of black holes couldn't. These chicks didn't know how to promote. Even when they acting nice towards men, it comes off as fake and phony. How is it that every single girl know how to seduce men, and these women don't know how to seduce men, or basically pander to men? And it's like every single time in like one live stream, they're talking shit. Oh yeah, I stand with SYSBM. I agree. It's this and that. But then on another sentence, even in like the 5 minutes later, oh, but I don't think it's right about blah, blah, blah. It's like, hey, you understand how dumb you sound? None of these people stay in character. I never seen any of these chicks stay in character for longer than 3-4 years. Like, is it that hard to stay in character for 3 years and get your money up and then change on people? This the same shit we had with Ashley W. Remember Ashley W? Who said that she didn't want hard-working 9-to-5 guy? When she has what, 2 kids, and she don't want a hard-working 9-to-5 guy because he ain't gonna be able to come home and do this and do that. What the fuck? He's working, and you sitting there, like, yo, that was the shit that made me look at it like Ashley W. We've been through this already. We've been through all of this shit already. We've been through the Ashley W's. We've been through all these other different females who pretend like they cared about red pill. Then you had the women in between. You had Reigning Woman that I exposed numerous times, Jessica X, and many other chicks that I forgot the name. These chicks were trying their best to try to garner a audience, and they failed. Just Pearly Things did the correct fucking thing, and mad props to her for getting her so-called bag off these dumb dudes. She went into space, she know the numbers, and she know the rhetoric, and she know her position as a white girl, that a lot of people ain't gonna go against her because people look at white women as the highest standard, even if she average. So she got her bag, she did what she did. But it's kind of showing that if black men don't get pandered to, you gotta get this. Just Pearly Things is, we get the cheap pandering, we get the dollar store pandering, while other races of women give us $1 million pandering. Don't you notice that these black chicks be giving us if you want to get pandered to? I'm just giving you an option. I don't think that's a good idea, but some of these men want to get pandered to. Don't you notice that they want to take away the rich pandering that black men get to get us cheap pandering, where these women don't even have to put in the work? Look what Just Pearly Things did. In order to pander to black men, right? In order to pander to black men and men in general, she moved to an entire different fucking country, the most feminist country ever, in the UK, and then they had a studio that cost a lot of money. They didn't jump online to sit in a fucking room and pretend like they're going after the so-called bad women. Just Pearly Things went the fucking extra yard. Melanie King didn't go the fucking extra yard. Just Pearly Things with the extra yard. That's the funny thing about this shit. That you had a white girl put all this money into pandering men. $1 million pander to a $2 pander. Who I'ma choose? Who I'ma choose? A $70 billion movie to a $2 string movie that you can find in the middle of the street. Man, I'm gonna get the $2 million movie, man. If you gonna get pandered to, You might well get pandered to somebody who actually care about the production value and everything else. You still getting pandered to. But then I look at it and I'm like, yo, we don't have no chicks who can stay consistent with the pandering. So I'm starting to see this attack on Just Pearly Things is for black men to get cheap pander. And we go back to, hey, cheap pander that women can just make more money off of without doing the work. Just Pearly Things, she worked her ass off to pander to the men. So props to Just Pearly Things. And don't let this get confused, because I'm not on your side and I'm not on their side. I'm on the side of, hey, I'm gonna watch this shit crumble and burn.